It was an ordinary summer evening in Istanbul. Nearly 500 customers had filled Mehmet Emin Ertas's tea garden when reports emerged of tanks on the Bosphorus Bridge. Many believed it was a terrorist attack, but as more information came in, Ertas realized that it was an attempted coup.
Haberi alınca biz
When I heard that it was an attempted coup, I immediately stood on a plastic chair and told anyone who loves this country should go to Vatan Police headquarters. There is a terrorist coup attempt underway, and the people there moved like an army and went to Vatan Police headquarters.
This is the tea garden where Mehmet Emin Ertas was working when the coup attempt began to unfold. When the news of what's happening in Istanbul started to spread, he and others were drawn into the streets. For them, this wasn't about politics, it was about the country and the people in it.
o gün milyonlarca insan
That day, millions of people poured into the streets so that our country would not become another Iraq, another Syria, or another place torn apart by conflict. We were born on this land, and this land belongs to us. This land is entrusted to us. If we can pass that trust on to the next generation, then we will have fulfilled our duty.
They were ordinary civilians, but they were met with some of the heaviest weapons of the army. The confrontation quickly turned deadly.
İstanbul Büyükşehir Belediyesi'ne
Before we could reach the Istanbul Metropolitan Municipality building, one of our brothers fell. Another friend was shot in the chest, and another was struck in the left eye. I thought to myself, my God, I'll probably die tonight anyway. But even if I die, when the sun rises tomorrow morning, it must not rise over these tanks and rifles.
Despite the gunfire and the casualties around him, Ertas kept moving forward. Moments later, he too was hit.
15 metreden
I was shot by a G3 round from about 15 meters away, which is why I no longer have the metatarsal bone in my foot.
3 surgeries later, Ertas still lives with the injury. Becoming a father again since that night, he says his experiences only strengthen the values he hopes to pass on to his children.
iki oğlum
That day I had 2 sons and 1 daughter, and thank God today I have 2 sons and 2 daughters. For the sake of our country, we will never hesitate to raise our children to be ready to sacrifice their lives if necessary. Just as we are devoted to peace, we will always be 1,000 times more prepared to become martyrs if our homeland ever needs us.
Looking back, he still remembers the people who opened fire that night.
bize o gün o kurşunları sıkan
The people who fired those bullets at us that day were absolutely not our soldiers. They were thieves who had stolen our soldiers' uniforms. None of them had earned the right to be there. They were people following a charlatan. 10 years have passed, and thank God, our country's unity and solidarity are stronger than ever.
The injury Mehmet Emin Ertas sustained that night remains with him to this day. But 10 years on, he says the memory that endures the most is not of the bullet that struck him, but of the people who stood together that night. Belkis Demircan, TRT World, Istanbul.